Hey guys, welcome to the final part of Majora's Mask, featuring almost no masks now, as we had to give them all away last time to all these kids on the moon. But there's a reason why you want to do that.
It kind of feel naked a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not done yet.
Luckily though, when we tell this kid here wearing Majora's Mask that we don't have any masks, please ignore all the transformation ones, then he feels bad for us and gives us our final mask of the game, the Fierce Deity's Mask. This is our last transformation one, and it is overpowered beyond belief.
Shall we play?
He really wants to play a game.
Yeah, he does. We'll give him a game, alright. So, I need to mention something, because I think this was a bug with Majora's Mask, because they fixed it for 3DS with this fight. When you get Fierce Deity Mask from doing that whole 4-gauntlet thing here on the moon, for some reason, it disables all your other transformation masks, so I can't use Deku, Goron, or Zora at all. I can only use Fierce Deity or normal Link. Pretty sure this was a bug, because they fixed it for the 3DS version of the boss fight. Everything else about the fight's the exact same, though. But there's one other change they made, and I'm glad, because this sucks if using Deku or Zora in this fight. This guy has a laser beam attack that counts as fire damage, and if you get hit with that as the Deku or the Zora, then you just instantly die. You void out, and have to start from the very beginning of the fight.
Oh my gosh.
So be careful using those forms if you use them. Here's Fierce Deity, though. And that's already half of Phase 1 thanks to Fierce Deity. Very OP.
What'd you say, Amber?
I was gonna say, oh look, finally we're Adult Link in Majora's Mask.
Yep, so Fierce Deity Link is a leftover from the idea of them making an Adult Link mask in this game, transforming young Link back into Adult Link from Ocarina of Time. But since Link here can use all the same items as Adult Link from Ocarina of Time, it was a super redundant idea at one point, so instead, the remnants of the Adult Link mask became Fierce Deity Link. You can only use this mask in boss fights. You can't use any items, minus bottles, and you don't have a shield, so you're essentially using a big Goron sword the whole time, but with laser beams. Something that was originally planned from Ocarina. It's so overpowered, though, we're only using it for Phase 1. You can literally kill this guy in, like, I'm not even kidding, 2 to 3 minutes with Fierce Deity. Kind of takes away all of its challenge.
Majora's Incarnation. I love the music it plays during this phase.
It's just so weird.
It's so silly and stupid.
Yeah, this form is the weirdest of the 3. Yeah, let me just stop you right there and hit this random center point in the room that shares a hitbox with Incarnation. That is definitely a glitch. They fixed that for 3DS. If you want an easy hit, just bomb the center of the room here.
Lester, I thought you said you were going to stop talking about the 3DS version.
I mean, bug fixes are still a thing. That's expected.
Oh, okay. Okay, worst phase.
Yeah, this one is definitely the most aggressive. Makes sense, as it's called Majora's Wrath. You can stun lock this guy in this phase if you're really good with sword timing. And if you're doing a low percent run, you kind of have to do that. There's no other way you're going to survive. This guy wants to whip Link real good, and those things really hurt, so you gotta be careful. He can grab you with the whips, he can start sending out tops after a while. This guy is very aggressive. And he can easily stun lock you too if you're not careful.
I thought he was going to send you out the window for a second there.
Alright, and yeet! Just throws him right out of bounds. That's one way to get me to fail.
Get out of here.
You know, if I would have put a net in, so like, yeah! Oh my gosh. That was actually kind of funny.
When you start seeing Majora here throw out these tops, you know he's near death, because he only really does this after the halfway mark of the fight. But you gotta be careful, because these things also explode. They are bombs.
This boss is annoying.
Yeah, and he has better range than you, I swear, half the time. And I'm the one with projectiles. This fight also sucks when you run out of arrows. They do give you a pot with 1 arrow refill, and I think it's a pack of 30. and then 1 magic refill, which is a double magic drop. But that's it. No other drops in the whole fight.
There we go.
But that's it. Fun fact about this fight is that the floor actually has flower spots for Deku. So any of those patterns you see, you can actually burrow inside as a Deku and fly. A little more defined in 3DS, and it's a weird detail no one ever knows about this fight.
But you beat Majora's.
Yep, that is it. We killed the evil spirit from the mask, so I guess now with that, we essentially killed the moon too, because now, there goes the moon.
What's gonna happen to the tides on Earth?
Well, that's not our problem now. We did our job.
Not my problem.
What's gonna happen? Don't you guys know what you've done? You've destroyed the moon! You did what Eggman couldn't do!
Don't worry, they're okay. See, the townspeople are happy about it.
Oh, okay. They say, screw the night cycle. I want it to be day all the time.
You get more stuff done when it's daylight, so get rid of that stinking moon.
Dawn of a new day.
Hey, we made it to the 4th day.
Lester, I didn't know you activated that glitch.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean just beating the game?
I mean, that's a whole different topic right there. Dawn of a New Day is technically not even in the original set of days. This game was originally made on the 64 disk drive, which would allow them to have made a whole week. The 4th day glitch kind of rolls back to one of those original days. So essentially 4th day is like the 1st day in the actual timeline. If this was the 64 DD's timeline. A little confusing. This is a 0th day glitch, which is the actual 4th day in the timeline. So even more confusing. This might as well be day 8.
No. Poor Skull Kid.
Yeah, the whole time, the Giants still thought of him as a friend, even after everything he did. Little kind message to give him before they leave, back to their homes. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when I first played this game as a kid, I thought alternate ending, they just step on him, because that foot was dangerously close to Skull Kid. But to make sure it doesn't happen again, I'm just gonna squish you like a Goomba. That's it. Read the world. Kind of screwed up the tides a bit, but hey, we saved everyone, including Skull Kid. And he actually kind of recognizes us. I mean, we'll see it here in a second, but this Skull Kid is implied to be the same one from Ocarina of Time.
Yep. Which I like about that.
Which, when you think about it, the timelines are starting to get a little messy here, because one line he says makes me think. Because of how the events in Ocarina went. And it's this one right here. He sniffs Link and recognizes the scent. The same smell as the fairy kid who taught me a song in the woods. If you're going by how Ocarina of Time ended, it's presumed that you go right from the Deku Tree straight to Zelda to warn her about Ganondorf. But based on that logic, I don't think that this meeting would have ever happened for this timeline. Maybe he did make a pit stop in the woods and played a song for Skull Kid. We don't know, but if we're going off of that logic that I just said, nah, this is a little bit of a plot hole. Really know me.
What were you saying, Amber?
I was just saying I like that they referenced that from the Ocarina. That I was like, hey, this game's kind of tied with Ocarina in some way. Go play Ocarina as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only time they really do it, because the beginning of the game, they definitely do, because of the whole search for Navi plot. And then this is one more way to tie it back.
Bye, mass salesman.
And poof.
And I didn't know he had the fade out effect on his shoes. As soon as he stepped down on the final one, he activated the fade out.
I hate this though. Like, you do all of this, you save everyone, and you don't get to go have fun.
Yeah, it's like, well, thanks for everything you did. Now get out of here. No party for you.
You don't get to go to the carnival.
Like, I did all this work to make this party. Excuse me, I should be the star of the party.
Terminians only get to have the get to have fun at the carnival.
They didn't even do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, really. They just kind of stood around all game and kind of made more problems for us half the time.
Yeah, some of them even flat out told me, the moon's not gonna fall, even though the moon's gonna fall.
Literally right in front of their faces, almost touching the clock tower's top, and they're like, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about that thing in the sky. It's harmless.
It's just like just people denying the climate change actually is happening.
The true plot of Majora's Mask. That's how the moon fell.
I'm guessing, doesn't the credit sequence change if you actually 100% of this game?
It does, but really only for certain masks, and we'll be seeing those cutscenes start almost halfway through the credits. So, if you don't collect certain masks in the game, then what would they do in the credits? Instead of showing the actual, like, event that would have happened, linking the mask, it just shows a black screen with the mask that you're missing in question rotating around. That's it. So, you need certain masks to see the full set of credits. Not all of them, but certain ones. It's like 6 or something masks, I think. Like Bunny Hood, Couple's Mask, Postman's Hat, Blast Mask, Circus Leader, Bremen.
Couple's Mask.
But since now we've gotten into like the new day, technically the game does save. So once you hit Dawn of a New Day, your save file now has the Fierce Deity mask along with all your other masks back from the Moon Trading Quest. Because technically, when you hit Dawn of a New Day, it plays Song Time for you and reverts you back to the first day when you load your file back up. So you have everything now. We have truly 100% of the game. If we reload the file, our mask screen is filled, so that's how you can prove it.
Hey, look, the monkeys are living in harmony with the Dekus now.
Yeah, as we help the people out. Now they don't hate each other.
He's become the true running man.
He's become the running man for sure now.
We wouldn't see him running around like this if we didn't get Postman's Hat, so that's one of the cutscenes we would have needed for that. Then this cutscene, oh yeah, this is the other one I was thinking of too. You do also need Camaro Mask for this cutscene, because you're technically teaching that dance, the dancers here. You don't actually need to do the dancing teaching part to see that, just need the mask. And Great Fairy Mask as well.
Geez, how many were there?
There's a lot, actually. Like, it's not half, but it's like maybe a third of them you need.
Like 5? No, I mean, like, how many Great Fairies were there? Like 5 of them.
Yeah, there's 5.
Good job, Hermione.
Dude, her sister's a little too ambitious about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I popped 4 balloons. Yeah.
You did it! Thanks. I mean, anyone could have done that with a slingshot.
Where's young Grasshopper?
Here's another cutscene you wouldn't need a mask for. This is the Bunny Hood one.
Well, he gets to see his chickens. I'm sure he's happy.
I think? I mean, I don't know. He doesn't ever look up.
He's just happy to be in presence of his chickens. There's the circus leader.
Yeah, you need that mask specifically to see this.
It's Milk.
Now he's working at the bar.
And now he runs the milk bar. This cutscene you wouldn't need Bremen Mask for. Just because of the idea of this guy now being accepted by his peers and being able to play music. Much better than animals. This set of audience actually reacts.
I like this cutscene. At least they're happy again, not being, mummy man.
Yeah. You can tell in that cutscene it doesn't matter if you purify Ikana or not, because we did purify it. The water was flowing through the area, yet in that cutscene there was no water. My efforts went to waste.
And the most important one, Anju Cafe.
Yep. This cutscene really sucks you down with the masks. This cutscene you need the couple's mask to see in the credits, and it's the longest one of all of them. But it has the biggest payout. We never actually see Cafe in this, because now he's an adult again. The curse is lifted now with Majora defeated. But they never made a model for that, I assume, since they're hiding it as best as they can.
And Tingle's just hiding it.
Oh, that confetti. He's just hiding the actual bride and groom.
Oh, this one.
This is the one thing we couldn't actually fix. So, we leave this land presumably by fixing all those issues that happened once Link came to Termina, which implies that Mikau is back to life, hence how we seen him in the concert there in Clocktown. But we can't save the Deku Butler's son, because that happened before we got to Termina. That's the one thing we cannot fix, no matter what.
Now go find Navi, Link.
Yeah, about that. Play Twilight Princess and find out what happens to this Link.
Yeah.
I'll find her is the last thing I do. Well, it definitely was, because this Link's fate was to just wander Lost Woods aimlessly and never find Navi, which in turn turned him into a Stalfos. The fate of a kid going around the Lost Woods without a fairy.
That's the end of Majora's Mask.
That is it. We have saved the world. For the most part. I mean, climate change, may have just made that worse. That's debatable.